Hi there and welcome to this look at the 14-day weather prospects. Temperatures earlier this week exceeded 30 Celsius in parts of southern England, but it has now turned cooler. Having said that, there's still a lot of dry weather around right across the UK as high pressure remains in charge. Now, can we expect to see things stay the same as we head through the coming days and weeks? First of all, I'll take a quick look at the pressure sequence from this morning's GFS00Z model run. This is in 3-hour increments. In the middle of the plot, you can make out the UK, and you can see that at the moment we're under an area of high pressure and fairly warm upper level air shown by the yellows and oranges. Now, if I start the sequence, we'll see what happens. This takes us through Thursday, Friday and into the weekend, and I'm going to pause it here because you'll see that by then pressure still remains high across the northern part of the UK, but in the south we've got an area of low pressure beginning to have more influence on things, and the extent of its influence is a little bit uncertain right now, but it does bring the potential for some showery rain into southern counties this weekend. This plot is from the Meteo France model, and it's for 5 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. You can see it expects most of the showers to be in an area to the south of London, with central and northern parts of the UK remaining dry. And then through Saturday night and into Sunday, those showers probably fade away. But as I said, there is some uncertainty about the northern extent of the shower risk this weekend, so do stay up to date with the latest forecasts. Now, if I flip back to the pressure sequence and continue it, let's see what happens. So as we head into the early part of next week, there are signs of a change. We can see areas of low pressure to the north and west of the UK beginning to have more influence. By then we've got cooler air pushing into northwestern parts of the UK. Nonetheless, in the south and east there's probably still a fair amount of dry weather around. There could be some showers, but generally still quite warm in sunny periods. Now, if I keep playing it forward, then we can really see things begin to change. And I'm going to pause it here next Friday, that's the 25th of September. By then we can see that there's a deep area of low pressure shown to be almost centred across the UK. The yellows and oranges have been replaced by greens, indicating cooler conditions. So by then I'd expect the risk of rain to be more widespread and temperatures to be taking a dip. This is of course only one model run, but it is quite well supported by others, and confidence on this solution is now increasing. I'll just run it through to the end of the sequence so you can see what happens. The area of low pressure pulls away into Scandinavia, and the UK is left under actually quite a chilly north or northwesterly airstream, and by then it could even be cold enough for some sleet or snow showers over the Scottish mountains. So if I take us back to the GEFS plot for London, if this shows the outlook for the next 16 days from the ensemble model, so within the ensemble there's the same computer model is run over and over again with slightly different starting conditions, and that gives us an indication of how confident we can be in a given solution. So in the short term, what we can see is on the top half of the plot, upper air temperatures stay well above the 30-year average, which is shown by a thick black line. But by the 23rd of September things begin to change, and we can see upper air temperatures take a dip, quite a steady and prolonged dip it would appear according to this. And we can see, as I say, from about the 23rd of September until early October, they stay below the 30-year average, indicating the cooler conditions which I was talking about. On the bottom half of the chart we can see the rainfall forecasts. In the short term, it's pretty dry, but then again next week, say from around about the 23rd, 22nd, 23rd, the risk of rain in southern England increases, as you can see here along the bottom of these spikes, rainfall spikes on the plot. It may then turn a little bit drier again as we head into October. That's a long way off. That's a London plot. If we take a look quickly at Glasgow in the northwest of the UK, it's a similar picture in the short term. Upper air temperatures are above the 30-year average. They then dip next week, turns cooler, and likewise the risk of rain increases, and it stays pretty wet really from about the 22nd of September until the end of the plot, which is the 3rd of October. So it does look as though there's a big change on the way next week. Details still a little bit uncertain, but high pressure is going to be replaced with low pressure, and that means an increase in risk of rain in all parts of the UK and possibly cooler conditions. Just to give you an idea of the rainfall prospects, this is the GEFS scatter chart. It's showing the rainfall forecast from each of the runs within the model, and as I say, next week, so days 5 to around days 11 ahead, we can see quite a lot of the individual runs are showing rainfall affecting the London area. So it will be quite a change to weather, looks to be on the way. I also mentioned that it's going to be turning cooler. Just to illustrate that, this is a maximum temperature plot for Saturday the 26th of September. In the north here we can see it's pretty cold. Temperatures down into single figures. Obviously over the Scottish Highlands, as I mentioned, that may well be cold enough for some sleet or snow. Even in southern counties by then, London and areas to the south, maximum temperatures are shown to be only around 15 Celsius. So that is much cooler than we've been having recently. There is still, as I say, some uncertainty about whether that really cool air will spread all the way southwards, but at the moment it looks as though it probably will. Just to indicate the change which looks to be on the way again, here the temperature anomaly charts are from the GEFS model. I'll highlight the UK. This is for days 5 to 10. You can see by then it's expecting cooler than average conditions across most of the UK. For warm conditions then are really across in Eastern Europe. If we skip through to days 10 to 15, in the UK it's a similar picture, and by then the cool air has really pushed across much of northern Western Europe, as you can see by the blue shading. That's probably indicative of the low pressure system moving away northeastwards into Scandinavia, and cool air from north or northwest sweeping right down across much of northern and western Europe. So to summarise, in the short term there should be a good deal of dry weather, fine weather, and still quite warm conditions. However, this weekend there could be some showers in southern parts of the UK. At the moment the extent of the risk is a little bit uncertain. The computer models are tending to suggest that the showers will probably be confined to areas to the south of London. That, as I say, that could still change. As we go through next week, initially there'll probably still be some dry and warm weather around, but progressively low pressure systems in the Atlantic will have more and more of an influence on the UK's weather. It is set to turn cooler in all parts, and the risk of rain increases. So all in all, it's looking more autumnal as we head through next week. But before then, there's still some fine and relatively warm weather to enjoy. So take care. Thanks for watching. Bye now.